Welcome to the Quantum Abundance Show, the interview show curated for the entrepreneurs, trainers, and coaches, where we all share valuable insights and help each other to grow. And I'm your host, Arnab Devroy, and I'm also your mindset coach. Well, today we have a very special guest on board, and that is Sixu Chen. She is a career alignment and empowerment coach and also a designer at the same time. So I have been waiting for this opportunity for a long time to bring Sixu in the interview show, and we already had an interview show, but there were certain technical issues for which we couldn't connect with the audio. Now, Sixu, how are you doing? How was your week? How's your day
It's
going?
doing great, except we had a little stumble this morning.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So, Sixu, if you have to share something about your life and about yourself, can you please say something about yourself?
Sure. Well, if to start with that I originally came from China, been in America for about 17 years. Recently become a citizen. I love it here, and I graduated from art school with interior design degree and was an interior designer for 10 plus years before I decided to pursue my coaching career after the pandemic hit. I have realized that my life purpose is to help others find their purpose. And so now I'm doing both. I'm doing interior design, and also I have a client that I serve as coach as well.
That's awesome. That's an awesome thing. Well, can you please share a little bit about how you coach people? What are the steps you take to coach people?
Well, I have a unique process called 9-step process for self-exploration. So I guide people through this process where they get to connect to their passion, skills, and value, where they will find out what's really on their heart and what they're here to do. Um, so we will come up with options which is more aligned with the three attributes I shared above: the passions, the skills, the value. And then they will eventually nail it down to ultimate career path where we're gonna bring their fulfillment.
That's awesome. Well, can you please share a little bit more about how you will be able to align and give clarity to a person or to people who are suffering from career choices?
To give them clarity, well, I first of all help them to come to the awareness that they are not happy at where they are. And then I will guide them to connect with their desire of where they want to be instead. Once they have the clarity of where they want to be instead, and also are aware of where they are now, then they will see the gap. And with the gap, that will initiate the change.
Right. Well, that's a great insight. Well, if you get an opportunity to change the world in one day, then what procedures or what law would you like to present there?
Um, that's an interesting question. All I want to say is like everyone has to be honest with themselves and with each other. And I think once we have that law in place and it's being um, processed and practiced, I think we're already going to be a better world. Because the problem we experience a lot of time is because a lot of people are just lying to themselves and to each other. And lies create more lies, right? So first let's all get honest.
Great. Do you have a role model, means whom you follow, anyone whom you follow and you admire?
Yeah, I have my spiritual teachers that I follow, such as Sadhguru. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about him. He articulates spirituality really well. He get us to be straight with ourselves and what life is all about. And he often compared us to, the vast universe and make us realize how insignificant and small we are. But at the same time, he bring a perspective of how miraculous for us to even just be alive. So there is really nothing to do but to be grateful for this opportunity to experience. So it really humbles me a lot. And I have another spiritual teacher. His name is Mike Khan, who really emphasis on compassion and love, which that's what all we need is more compassion, love for oneself and for each other.
Right. That's awesome. Like having a spiritual guru means having a role model as Sadhguru. That was amazing, and your other teachers are also. If you have to give one of the strong and better advice for decision makers, like suppose if a fresher is taking a decision right now, and he has just passed college, and he has to take a choice of career, one job where there is more money and the other job where he can follow his passion, but he is confused at that point of time. So suppose you go there as a guide, how would you guide that person to take a leap of faith in taking a job?
Well, I'll probably ask the person how much their happiness worth, and is the money that they are gonna get give them that happiness that they are seeking, and is it worth it for the money if they are gonna be unhappy and miserable? And let them make the choice. And I think the choice is pretty obvious.
Great. That's how a proper guide can help a person reach uh, to a decision. So when it comes to setting goals, what are the five factors do you feel a person should consider before setting a goal?
Well, first of all, when to have a goal, you have to know what the goal is. And then once you know what the goal is, it has to be specific enough that you can achieve it. And then, there is that SMART goal. I'm sure some people have heard about it. It has to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, with a time frame. And with those in mind, you basically have to also connect to the why behind the goal. Like without the why, once you start pursuing, anytime you reach challenge or difficulty, you will want to give up. But with the why as the foundation, you understand that you had a reason to achieve the goal, and you will be more motivated to achieve it.
That's another awesome golden nugget you have given to our audience. Well, what are the biggest challenges do you feel a person goes through while building a habit in their life? Because habit is everything that creates a person's personality and best version. So what are the challenges a person will face in
Well,
future?
the challenge is to fall back to what we call familiarity. A lot of time people cannot change habit because they has created something, especially it's their bad habit, is that they're used to it. So it is what the body consider as a safe measure and process throughout their day, that they have to do that to complete. But that's not true. You can break the cycle to create a new habit, which your body will relearn a new process that it will incorporate into part of your day rather than the old one, because the old one will always feel familiar and comfortable, but not necessarily gonna be the best for you.
Right, right. That's an awesome insight. Well, if you have to say something to our audience regarding means apart from career, how to go into the spiritual path or how they can have a dive into spirituality, what is your advice for young people for the same?
Well, first of all, you probably will be interested to know what is true, what you learned and been told. Some of them are not true. So if you have the desire to seek truth, you will be able to come across it if you really connect within yourself, whether through meditation or just through the pure desire of seeking.
Right. Amazing. Amazing. I would also like to know a little bit about your designing job. Like when you left your designing job, you might have gone through certain more challenges. So to overcome that, what steps did you take at that time?
Well, I took a break and started my coaching business. And while I was doing my coaching business, I'm very fortunate that my best friend started her own design firm, and she really valued my talent and appreciate me as a person. So she immediately hired me to work with her. So I didn't really experience much challenge because part of me was already okay with the fact that I stopped designing altogether. But I guess that's really part of my talent. God doesn't want me to give up. So it finds other ways for me to reconnect to it. So I feel really blessed.
Lovely. That's awesome. If you have to say anything regarding AI, like how AI has come to the world and is creating changes, what would you say about AI and what is it a curse or is it a boon for all of us?
It really depends. For me, I feel like we can never be replaced by AI, and we need to have the clarity of that AI is not here to replace us. It's here to help enhance our life, and it serves as a tool. We are the one using the tool to achieve what we want to achieve. So we cannot get lost in what AI may do. We have to focus on what was the reason we invented AI? Because we created AI, right? Just like people with their phones, right? The reason we have the phone is we use the phone to connect and to be in communication. And now the smartphone we can use to also share a lot of information, but you also are easily to fall into a trap of getting lost in the phone and let it takes you where there's so much distractions that you can encounter when you are just be with your phone all the time. So it's just very important to be aware that whether it's phone or AI, they are here to serve us to have a better life, and you don't want to be enslaved to them.
Right. Well, can you please share a little bit about your community, the SC coaching group, which was ranked at top 20 by the coaching community or group in 2022.
Mhm.
So, can you say a little bit about your community and how you are helping career professionals to align with their purpose and creating impact?
Well, the reason I was ranked, I think it was because all the positive reviews that my client has left me. And there's not really a secret for me to be selected. I think it's more about to really uh, show the genuine care to my client, and everyone who had come across paths with me knows that once I care, I truly care, and I will figure out a way to help this person.
Great. If you have to give a solid insight, a solid advice to our audience uh, who is not having clarity, who is not able to take a proper decision at the correct time, then what are the two advice or three advices you want to give to our audience regarding this?
For people who seek clarity, it's really first has to have the self-awareness of what they're looking for, what they're looking to achieve in life. Do they look for have more freedom? Do they look for have more money? Do they look to make more impact? Once they understand what they're looking for, they can look at what they are doing now. Does that serve that purpose? And if it doesn't, they can understand that they need to make a change, right? And the first step for change is the self-awareness. And once they have the first step accomplished, the others will follow.
Right. Right. It goes in a very strong way how people can align with their purpose. How can people connect to you? Like, you have any other ways by which people will be able to connect to you?
Yeah, I mean, people can reach out to me on from my website directly, book a call. My website is sccoachinggroup.life. And also I have an Instagram account, sixu.career.coach. And people can also search for my name, Sixu Chen, on Facebook and be able to find me there.
Great. Well, being a life coach, how do you balance your life, both your design work as well as your coaching?
I'm the kind of person who love change and varieties. So depends on when I have my client appointment. I kind of really arrange my day based on the meetings and the appointments. And in terms of design, we just have kind of project deadlines that need to be achieved. So I manage my time to make sure I have enough time to do certain tasks to achieve the deadlines. And it can be very flexible. Sometimes, I work after dinner time for 3 hours instead of during the morning, if the morning has been given to coaching. So it's flexible between the two.
So, for improving the health of people, mostly, what would you advise people to take action for? Like, it's important to take care of our health. Being in any profession, health is everything a person need to take care of. So, what actions do you suggest to our viewers and our audience?
So for super simple action, eat when you're hungry, drink when you're thirsty, sleep when you're tired, and make sure you have a lot of exercise in between. Just, basic human things, and a lot of people don't do. A lot of people, they don't eat when they're hungry, or they overeat when they're not hungry, or they don't sleep when they're tired. They're trying to stay up and think they can achieve more. But we really need to listen to the body, and the body knows what it wants.
Last but not the least, that is, you have been into this career alignment. You have been a career alignment coach since last 3-4 years, right? So
2020.
yeah. So in this journey of you being an alignment coach, you have faced a lot of challenges. You have overcome that, and you know that anyone who is starting their entrepreneur journey and doing new stuffs, what advice would you give to a person who is starting absolutely new and want to become a coach in life? How do you
Well,
guide them?
first of all, if they want to become a coach, they have to understand what about um, what's interested for them to coach, because there's different sectors in life that matters. There's the health and wellness, there's the relationship, there's the career, and there is also the personal development aspect, or like you, a mindset coach. So once the person are clear of what type of coaching they want to do, they can start building their practice around that based on whether or not they want to do a one-on-one coaching or group coaching. But I also will recommend them to get certified first, because that will sharpen their coaching skills as long as they will already create big initial group of people for them to network that are on the same journey.
That's super awesome. It was really a pleasure connecting with you, and I hope that these insights will be taken in a very proper way by our audience. So I would request all of you to type interested or connect with Sixu. I'll be giving all the links of SC coaching in the first comment of the Facebook.
As Sixu said, in a very
So that's all for today, and I'll be coming up with a new guest in my show very soon. And everyone, I just want one thing, that you give thanks and love to Sixu, just like I am giving heart. So that is how you'll be able to connect the vibrations and elevate your life. So let's explore, let's elevate our life, and let's empower the world, just like Sixu is doing as a coaching coach.
And hope you have enjoyed the show.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Connect with Sixu.